A poor girl lives a life shaped by hardship, where every day is a struggle just to survive. At the foot of a quiet, unforgiving mountain, she encounters a stranger lying injured and helpless. She has no money, no power, and no safety net, but she has a heart full of courage. Without stopping to think about the risks, she chooses compassion over fear. Helping him could cost her time, energy, and even her own safety, yet she refuses to walk away. She carries water from a distant stream, tears pieces of her worn clothing to stop the bleeding, and stays beside him through the cold wind and fading light. She does not ask who he is or what he owns. To her, he is simply a human life in danger. Every step she takes to protect him is an act of silent bravery, driven by empathy rather than expectation. What she does not know is that this single moment of kindness will become the turning point of her life. Her selfless act sets into motion a chain of events far greater than she could ever imagine. Fate is quietly watching as her generosity plants the seed of transformation. Without seeking reward, recognition, or return, she proves that true goodness exists even in the harshest conditions. This moment reminds us that destiny often changes not through power or wealth, but through simple, genuine compassion. Sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness done in complete ignorance of the truth carry the greatest power to reshape a future forever. At first, the man appears to be nothing more than a wounded stranger, tired, silent, and vulnerable. There is no sign of luxury, no hint of power, and nothing to suggest that he is anyone important. To the poor girl, he is simply a human being in need of help. She treats him with dignity and care, guided only by her conscience, never imagining that his identity carries a secret capable of changing her life forever. Days later, as his strength returns and the truth slowly comes to light, the revelation is shocking. The man she saved is not an ordinary traveler, but a powerful billionaire, someone whose name commands respect, influence, and unimaginable wealth. The contrast between who he truly is and how he appeared at the foot of the mountain is striking. Stripped of status and privilege, he was reduced to his most basic form, a life depending on another's kindness. What moves him most is not just that she saved him, but how she did it. She never asked for money, never demanded gratitude, and never treated him differently when she believed he was poor and helpless. In her eyes, his worth was never tied to wealth or power. This realization humbles him deeply, reminding him of a truth long forgotten, that humanity is revealed in moments of vulnerability, not in displays of success. The hidden identity becomes a powerful lesson. Real character shows itself before names, titles, and riches are known. Her compassion exposes the purity of her heart, while his survival reconnects him to the values money cannot buy. When the truth is revealed, it does not change her actions, but it changes everything that follows. What began as a simple act of compassion becomes a powerful turning point for the very different lives. By choosing to help a stranger without expecting anything in return, the girl not only saves his life, but unknowingly reshapes her own destiny. Her good deed, born from empathy and courage, proves that kindness given freely has the power to return in ways far beyond imagination. For the man, her compassion restores more than his physical strength. Being saved by someone who had so little yet gave so much awakens something within him. He is reminded of humility, gratitude, and the value of human connection, things wealth and success had slowly pushed aside. Her actions become a mirror, reflecting the kind of person he once was before power and privilege took over his life. Surviving because of her kindness transforms him emotionally, grounding him in a renewed sense of purpose. For the girl, the impact is life-changing. Doors she never knew existed begin to open. She is offered opportunities that restore her dignity and give her hope, education, security, and the chance to dream without fear. Yet what changes her the most is not the material support, but the validation that her compassion mattered. Her worth is finally recognized, not because of her poverty or struggle, but because of her character. The single good deed connects to worlds that would otherwise never meet. It proves that when kindness is given selflessly, it does not change just one life, it transforms both. In saving him, she discovers her own strength, and in being saved, he rediscovers his humanity.